Welcome to the first part of the Teacher Portal tutorial, which will introduce you to some of the main features of a teacher account. To log into your teacher account, you'll need to go to our main website, which is enlightiumacademy.com, and click on the Login tab. This will take you to the login page, where you can input the credentials you were given. This is the home page. Here you can see a few different things. At the bottom, you'll see the Assignment Alerts section. Here you can see some recently submitted assignments. Above that, there's the Messages section. This section may be relevant if the student sends you a message when you are unavailable to help. Next to it is the Actions section. This is where you'll spend the majority of your time. As you can see, there are a few different types of actions. You will see the option to unlock quizzes and tests, as well as grade assignments. You may also see help requests if that will be relevant to your situation. By hovering over the information icon, you can see some basic details about the assignment in case you want to look at it before taking action on these requests. And to unlock a test or quiz, just click right here. As you can see, that's going to disappear. You can also click on Grade Assignment to navigate directly to the assignment. But let's take a look at the Action section before we jump into that. These are your unread actions. Keep in mind that if you do click on one of the actions from the home page, this will mark them unread. If you already opened an action, you can mark it unread if you'd like. You'll need to go to the Read section. You can do that right there. Select the action that you want to mark unread and click Mark Unread. Notice that this will cause the action to show up on your home page again. So let's go ahead and jump into the assignment. This will take you directly to the questions section. The questions you'll need to grade will have an asterisk by them. All questions without an asterisk are graded automatically by the system. You may need to navigate between the sections until you see the questions with the asterisk. Notice that there is an answer key at the top of the question. This will give you an idea of how the question should be answered and what are some key points to look for. Sometimes this will give you a specific answer or a grading rubric for the specific question. And obviously student answers will vary, but this will give you a good idea of what you're looking for. After you determine how well a student did, you can apply the points right here. And notice that there is a specific amount of points possible. You can put in the full amount to give 100%. If the student did mostly well, but you find that he should get a lower score, you can place any amount here between 1 and 10. Notice that if you give full points, the question will be marked green. If you give partial points, it will be marked yellow. And if you give a 0, then it'll be marked red. You're encouraged to review incorrect questions for system errors, and this will mostly be applicable for fill-in-the-blank questions. If you would like to see the answer, you can click on the Show Answer button. Of course, this is a multiple choice question, so there probably won't be any system errors here, but the Show Answer button will come in handy if you want to see what the correct answer is to explain that to the student. If there was a system error, or you'd like to just give back partial credit, you can update this to whatever amount you like, including decimals, and just click Update. You can also update the total grades this way if needed by clicking on the Update Score here at the top and putting in whatever score is appropriate, clicking Update. Notice that if you update an individual question grade by clicking Update here, the total score will return to normal because it will sync all of the questions. You can also leave a note for the student if you'd like, if they're unavailable, by clicking the Help button and clicking Send. And this is going to show up on the student's end. They'll actually be notified that you sent them something in the lesson. If you'd like to give a student another chance, you can do that by clicking the Reassign button in the question itself, and this will only assign that question. If you did that by accident, you can update the score here to a random amount and update any individual question to reset the score, and the question will no longer be assigned. You can also reassign the entire assignment if you'd like them to redo all of the questions. and this can be undone the same way by updating the score. When you reassign an assignment, you're also given the option to reset it, which means it'll erase all of the answers that the student put in already so that they can redo it without having any of their previous answers. Let's briefly take a look at the lesson as well. If you click Show Lesson, that'll bring the lesson up here. Notice that there are a few sections that the student's going to be reading, so you can navigate between those if you need to reference anything. This reference button here will give you some more information on any terms that you want to find out more about. So let's say if you select Lord's Prayer and click Reference, that'll bring up some information, quite a lot of information about the Lord's Prayer. So this is a good reference tool if you're not sure about a specific term in the lesson or the questions. You can also leave a note anywhere in the lesson by clicking here on the side anywhere, typing something in and clicking Save. The student will not be notified about this, so you may need to let them know if you want them to know that the note was placed there. The last thing I'd like to show you is how to put off a grade request if you don't have time to deal with it at the moment. So let's say if you open it up and you just only have a couple minutes, but the question is longer than normal than you would expect, you could just click the Remind Me button after you've opened it up, and that will mark it unread for you. So if you go back to the home screen, you'll see this right here for you to grade next time so you don't forget about it. That's all for this video. In the next video, we will look at a few more tabs and we'll talk about how to understand your students' progress using your teacher account.